Hi everyone, my name is Sankey and welcome to part 4 in my Country Blues Harmonica series. Today what I'm going to be doing is talking about a push and a slight change in time on the basic pattern that I showed you in part 3. But before I get into that, I just want to ask everyone a quick question, which is about the format of these videos. So normally the videos that I upload are quite long, they're like 10 or 12 minutes. And I just want to get a sense check from the people who are following me regularly. Would you prefer the videos to be shorter and contain less information, or would you are you kind of happy with how I'm doing it at the moment? So today, for instance, I'm just going to talk about one thing and try and make the video a bit shorter, rather than covering 3 or 4 related themes. So just drop me a line or a comment of what you would prefer. I'm sure there'll be differences of opinions, but it'd be just useful for me to get a sense check for what people prefer. Shorter videos, longer videos, chunk the information up more, or just basically carrying on what I'm doing. And I know that I ramble sometimes, but I'm trying to keep it fluid and interesting. So, in part 3, I went over this rhythm. Okay, which is a kind of Sonny Terry style rhythm. So what I want to talk about today is just making a slight timing change to that, which adds a whole lot of interest. So it's basically a push. So we're in the key of E, so we're using an A harmonica in the key of A, an A diatonic harmonica in other words. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to play through the cycle a few times, and I'm going to alternate between the normal way and the pushed way, and hopefully you'll be able to spot the difference. Okay, so I'm not going to go fast, just nice and easy. All right, so the pushed bit, I hope that you could hear the difference, is essentially this. So what am I doing there? I'm not moving around the harp differently, it's the same breathing pattern, but all I'm doing is, at the end of the pattern, you have an out breath and an in breath. So all I'm doing there is I'm compressing the start of the in-breath, so it's pushed against, it happens much earlier after the out-breath, and then I'm holding it for slightly longer. And it kind of has this wonderful effect of making the rhythm sound airborne for a few seconds, or that it's floating, or it's like a little hop. And this is what I'm talking about. Where as we move and we get more advanced, we're going to be trying to create these different three-dimensional shapes and themes, which, although using words to describe them sounds very abstract, you can kind of hear it. So this is like the music having a form and a shape, and it's these little twists. That's how you do it. So when I listen to Sonny Terry or Joe Falisco, Paul Lamb, great players like that, or what I aim for myself is that you have the music, so it's moving forwards, sideways, up and down, and has this different shape. And the more of that you can put into it, the more spice and colour, the more interesting it is. So here is a very, very simple way of doing that. I hope that sort of makes sense. So what we're doing is we're pushing the start of the in-breath, and we're holding it for a bit longer. So you're going... Okay, a bit quicker. So it's really, really cool, but really, really simple to do. And if you're playing with a guitar player or you're playing with a band, if you all join in on that, it can be really powerful. Now, how to deploy and utilize these types of effects? It's best with country style music and blues and funk in general to work in patterns which are related to the time signature, which is normally 4/4. So you want to use, either you want to do some patterns of 2, i.e. you alternate between the normal way and the pushed way, or in a 4 pattern, i.e. to do 3 normal and then push the 4th. So you're always in even patterns, 2 or 4 or 8, because that's how people relate to this type of music in the West. So this is a simple way of getting a little bit of variation and interest. So at this point, we're not changing the tone, we're not using our hands. This is all about trying to get the bounce and the groove and keep it nice and simple. Okay, I hope that's useful, and in the next video I'm going to talk about the changing things so we have a double out breath, which will help us expel air, because I'm sure a lot of you are already realizing you fill up with air very, very quickly. So how can you manage that? So that's what I'm going to cover in the next video. Hope that's useful, and upload soon.